On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what one. A blessed and wonderful Friday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So, in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So, please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, to the name Friday, the day when Mr. Smile smile pan some of the ones and ones them pocket. So while you're out there in the streets, my peeps, please be safe. Yeah man, and as always, from Moran Point to Negril Point, safe travel, pan the gravel. Continuously look out on the corner here, cause the old dirty corner boy them always out there. Alerts. So we're going to kick it off this morning and now with some updates. Tuesday we're gone. A double knockings and clappings going over there in Hanover, where 5 people get caught up at a cook shop and 2 fatally. Now the 2 will end up lose them 3 points is said to be from somewhere in the St. Andrew, the Kingston and St. Andrew metropolitan region. The deceased men are presently on your screen. They have been identified by their aliases, Scrappy and Puludan. So now we are going to hear from the superintendent in charge of the Hanover Police Division, Superintendent Sharon Beeput, as she weighs in on that latest spate of violence in our policing space. And also she will be giving some information to you, the regular members of Chan Public, to seek to find some wanted men and also some advice for persons living in these communities not to be readily acceptable of persons migrating from war-torn communities. Listen.
Reported to me is that at approximately 8 p.m. last night, persons were gathered by a drug center in Industrial Cove, Green Island, where a lone gunman would have approached the scene and opened fire on the party that was there. So 2 persons were fatally shot and 3 other persons were injured and were taken to the hospital. Those persons are not from Hanover space. Basically, we were told they're, based on the reports that we got, that they're from St. Andrew and recently came to the parish. Apparently they are doing some construction work on the hotel site. So that's where they were. So we don't have a feedback relative to anything on them. A number of incidents that we have, we could say contributed to that, because we are in the middle and we are bordered by 2 other parishes that a lot of activities takes place. Persons are pushed from St. James over here and they are pushed from Westmoreland into our space. So you find sometimes some relatives are very accommodating and they take in these persons from the various communities and have them at home. So whenever things play out, because when they accept them within their communities, don't try to find out what is it that you're running away from over in St. James why you want to come and stay with me. And persons probably would venture into our parish and pursue those persons, and as a result of that these incidents do happen. I think what they should do is find out from them why you want to come to the parish. No, over many years you have not been here. What is it? Is it you're involved in crime? Some criminality? You can't stay here. These are questions that you need to ask persons, because as a result of that, you yourself, being the householder, accommodating them, can be a part of this activity. You can die just the same, because when they're coming, they're not going to check whether it is Tom Brown or whoever is there. They take on the entire family. It depends on the situation where they are at the time. Sometimes 1 out of 10, you might be spared. So I believe relatives must find out from person, unless you are a party to criminal activities, you accept them readily. But if you are not involved in these activities, find out from your loved ones, why do you want to come and stay at my house? What it is, what is happening back in your space? You need to go back or contact the police in these cases, find out from the police officers, tell them what is happening. This person is in here visiting me, and we want to know. He told me this is the situation, but I am not of the belief that it is so. So could you check him out for me? And then if we have that sort of cooperation from our citizens, I think we'll have a better flow in terms of activities within these spaces. No, we don't have any motives as yet, but the investigation is pretty young now, and my team is carrying out intensive search relative to it. But we would have picked up some persons, and they have been taken into custody. I really know we have them here to be processed. We do not know the result as yet, whether any of them are persons that we need to hold in custody. There's a particular individual though within the Hopewell space, and I'm asking you, and I'm appealing to you, and that is Mr. O'Brien Garvey. We're asking you to come on in and speak to our police officers. Whichever police station you want to go, that is okay with us. Just let us know and just tell them that you are the person that the Hanover Police has interest in, because there are a number of questions we want to ask you. So please come on in, because incidents are surrounding you, and we want to know if in fact it was done by you. So please turn yourself over to the police as soon as possible. As also, I'm appealing to Mr. Jermaine Stevens. He is from the Green Island space, OC Punko. I'm asking you also to come on, turn over yourself to the police. We need to find out from you activities happening in the space. Your name has been called. It's not that we're saying that it was done by you. It's only you can tell us whether you were involved in these issues. So we are appealing to you. Please come on in. Whichever station again you want to go to, please do so and turn yourself to the police. Okay, another person of interest that we would love to come on in is Romero McCallum, and you're over there in the Ramble space. Your name has been called in a number of incidents, and we are asking you also, please come into the police, talk to us, come out of the bushes if you're hiding, wherever you are. We want to just find out from you, as I've said before, if you're involved in any of these incidents.
So now, my peeps, we are going to head on over there in the St. James Police Division, the neighboring police division, that is, where the squad of them put on a decent spot of work over there in Salt Spring, St. James. Yeah, man. So members of the security forces intensified their operations in the Salt Spring area and reaped success. The security forces seized an assortment of ammunition and also weapon. No arrest was made in relation to the seizures. Now on your screen is 3 high-powered rifles and a handgun that was seized in the community of Salt Spring. Police and soldiers have been in the area in search of wanted criminal elements. So residents are also being encouraged to share information about guns, gangs, and wanted men by calling their local police or Crime Stop at 311. So another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. Yeah, man. Now the weapons on your screen, as I can see, a 9mm looking like a Glock pistol, or a pistol resembling a Glock pistol, but I would say a Glock. And of course, those 2 short rifles seems to be that of AK-47s. And as for the next rifle that resembles an M16 rifle, it is one of those other versions of the AR-15s. So you know, say some dangerous type of rifle, them there. Yeah, man. Originally, in my version of things, we call them tear flesh and broke bone. Yeah, man. So stay clear from them type of weapons there, because if them lick you, there's no coming back from it. So now, my peeps, another update as it relates to Jamelia Cole. So we're going to hear from the superintendent in charge of the Trelawney Police Division as he weighs in on that brutal onslaught meted out to that family of 3 females over there in Cotton Tree, Albertown. Listen.
We have been working assiduously since we have received report of this, really outrageous incident which occurred in a quiet rural farming community in the parish. The entire country has been shocked and rightfully so. Since then, we have taken 2 persons of interest in custody. We have been working assiduously to locate a 3rd person who we believe the public can assist us in locating. He is Tyrese Brown, OC Sheetman, OC TJ, from an all-side district address in the parish of Trelawney. We believe that this man can assist us in advancing our investigation. Consequently, we are imploring him to come into us here at the Falmouth Police Station and speak with us. He may do so if he so desire with his attorney or any reputable member of the community, past justice of the peace. We also would like to, dispel some of the rumors that have been going around in, social media as it relates to family members being involved in this bizarre incident. I must point out categorically that so far there is nothing in our investigation that implicates any member of the family in this very, very heinous crime. So we'll ask persons to desist from doing so, because in doing so, you may put innocent persons' lives at risk, and we are not into that. Right now, the focus should be on finding the perpetrators who were involved in the murder of young Jamelia Cole and, the injury of her mother and cousin. That's, in our opinion, is where the focus should be. With that said, we are still appealing to members of the community who can assist us with the investigative process. We strongly believe, based on where we are in our investigations, that there are persons in the community who are in possession of information that is able to assist us in this regard. There is a theory that we have in relation to the possible cause of this incident, but at this point, we would like to hold that back pending further investigation. We would not like to disclose that. But we can say that at this juncture, there is nothing at all to indicate that any family member was involved in this gruesome act.
Now over there in the St. Catherine North Police Division, a knockings and clappings that resulted in the loss of life of a man took place yesterday on Job's Lane. Boy, may I tell you, from a day in the Spanish town proper, definitely not so proper. Now this man presently on your screen fell victim to that knockings and clappings that basically leave him lifeless, no longer among the land of the living. It is unsure as to why he was taken out in a hail of bullets or by whom, but as always, On The Spot News Media will most definitely make checks to ascertain who he is and why he was taken out like that. My peeps, out there in the streets, grimy, and as we approach another weekend, please be careful whilst traversing these streets. Because as we have seen over the past couple of years, anytime it touch on the weekend, the old dirty corner boy them strike again. Yeah, man. So we're going to talk about another knockings and clappings that took the life of one confirmed. The other, I'm still not sure. Some are saying that she's no longer with us. Some are saying that she's hanging on by a thread. Now over there in the East Kingston Police Division, we have seen where an upsurge in crime and violence in recent weeks that has taken the life of so many in the general Rockfort, Mountain View, Homestead Road, 17 lane. I don't know the whole of the area there. And serious topsy-turvy. Things not good there, so none at all. Alone knockings and clappings, alone people, I lose them 3 pints. And yesterday was definitely no different, one of the same. But the thing about yesterday's knockings and clappings, my peeps, is that it was targeted on 2 female bartenders. The female bartenders was working at the Tempo Cozy Corner Bar, which is along Windward Road that is near Mountain View Avenue. So you don't know, say, right in the same vicinity where all or most of the happenings in the general East Kingston are going right now. The two women were rushed to the hospital in serious condition after the gun attack along Windward Road. Now on the spot, news media also understands that this woman, identified by her alias as Pinky, was conned up in the face, in the head, and also the upper part of her body. The other woman was unresponsive after suffering from multiple kind of wounds when the police arrived. Now, it is unclear that what really happened is in connection with previous knockings and clappings, but on the spot news media will most definitely be digging for answers. It is said that this other female has passed, but some have refuted the claim, stating that she's hanging on by a thread. But whatsoever it is, I'm just saying that, boy, that wanna look sticky a certain type of way. Because even though we see where woman get caught up regular in a Jamaica, for them come target 2 bartender, that not really so normal. And as always, there is always more to the story than what meets the eye. And on the spot news media will seek to uncover the hidden agenda for taking the life of Pinky, and also assumedly the life of this other female known as Shelly. And if Shelly is still alive, give thanks. Shelly, keep the good fight going. So we need to really dig into this thing here really seriously and find out who is Shelly, who is Pinky, and why were they targeted and slaughtered like dogs in the streets. So I hope everyone that is looking on see exactly what is happening in our society and take nothing for granted, especially the women. Because sometimes you, the women, the females, are the ones that is secretly backing these criminal elements. And sometimes because of your so-called not so much of involvement, but you knowing fully well that you are involved, and others also know that you are involved, can cause you your life. Not saying that this is the case, because I will investigate and find out. But women, be ye careful of the parts you play. Yeah, man. A word to the wise. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.